Well, in this problem we have a boat that is sunk in a lake, and Donald Duck and his nephews are planning to insert a number of ping pong balls in order to make it float again. So this problem asks us two questions: the buoyant force of one ping pong ball and how many ping pong balls are required to float the ship. So the first one is that the buoyant force is equal to the density of the fluid, in this case it's water, times the volume of one sphere or one ping pong ball times the gravity. So we substitute the values times 0.35 times 10 to the fifth minus fifth meters cubed times 9.81 meters over second. So the buoyant force, if we solve for that, we obtain that the buoyant force is equal to 0.3283 newtons of one ping pong ball. And the second problem tells us how many ping pong balls are required to make the ship float again. So we have to make the next establishment that the force of the buoyant force has to be equal to the mass of both objects, the ship and the ping pong balls. So we have the density of the water times the volume. We have the number of balls times the density of water times the volume of the ping pong balls times the gravity plus the density of the steel, of the water, sorry, times the volume of the steel or the ship times the gravity. That it's equal to the mass of the boat times the gravity plus the number of balls times the mass of one ball times the gravity. So we can substitute here n times 100 times the volume of one ping pong ball, that is 3.35 times 10 to the minus fifth times this times the gravity, 9.81 plus the density of the water again, 1000 times the volume of the ship, that we can determine that with the formula of density, that it's mass over volume. We can substitute volume here. Volume is equal to mass over density, and we have these two values, the density of the steel and the mass of the yacht, that it's 4,500 kilograms. So we determine this 4,500 over 78 45 over 70 times gravity, and this should be equal to the mass of the boat, and it's 4,500 times 50 times the number of balls times mass of one ball, that it's 2.7 grams, but we have to convert this into kilograms. So it's equal to kilograms times the gravity. And solving for n, we obtain that the number of balls is equal to 1. This is the number of ping pong balls in order to make the ship to float.